Welcome to the Jet Show. I am your host, Mr. Show himself. Like what I did there? All right, guys. So today we're going to talk about our wide receiver, Mr. Denzel Mims. And do you believe? Do you believe that Denzel Mims can fight the adversity? Do you believe that Denzel Mims can show us that Denzel Mims that we all fell in love with in college coming into this year's season? I, for one, have always been a huge Denzel Mims fan. Huge. Have I written him off yet? Like most people? Absolutely not. Sometimes with young players, especially when they're coming from an organization that hasn't been the best organization, more or less along the lines of the worst organization. I'm a huge believer in energy, and sometimes that energy can rub off on the players. The Jets, I hate to say it, has been the laughingstock of the NFL, which his rookie year, under Adam Gase, he could have had the mindset like, his franchise, man. You had players in, I'm sure you had players in his ear, and you had the media, and you had maybe even some of his relatives like, hey, man, like you need to get away from this team, man. Coach Gase sucks. And they, if they told him that, then they would be 100% right. Adam Gase does suck. That's not a secret. I think he works at McDonald's now or something. I'm not sure about that, but he's definitely not coaching in the NFL nor college, right? So this guy has seen a lot, and you take in consideration his rookie class had to deal with the COVID thing. So there's no OTAs, there's no preseason, et cetera, right? Then you take into consideration the offensive scheme that Mike LaFleur runs is not an easy scheme. It's just simply not. Then you put on top of that the guy has to deal with a new coaching staff, offensive coordinator, a head coach, and to put the cherry on top, so to speak, the rookie quarterback in Zach Wilson, right? Zach Wilson struggled his first season. We're not throwing him away. I believe majority of us are not throwing away. I've seen some guys like, some people, hey, man, Zach Wilson sucked. Let's get rid of him. Let's trade him for Deshaun Watson, whatever the case is, right? So I don't believe in just throwing a person away, especially a player within their first 3 years. The Mekhi Becton thing is a freak accident. Everybody's like, oh, he's trash. He's garbage, right? But we believe in Carl Lawson. Right? And Carl Lawson will average, about 20 sacks in 4 seasons, I believe. Right? A lot of pressures, but let's be honest here. We need sacks. Pressures are cool, but we need sacks. So to get back to Denzel Mims, I don't believe in just saying, hey, this guy is trash, blah, blah, blah. You look at his years in Baylor. The guy was a stud. You look into his rookie year, showed us that potential that we all knew he had or has. Right? You're talking 2019 first team, all Big 12, 2019 second team, all Big 12, 2009 postseason, all Texas team, ranked 6 in receptions at Baylor, ranked 5th, 6 in career reception yards. Dude, the guy's a stud. 2019, if you want to do comparison, I know some people like Garrett Wilson. I know some people like Drake London. Some people like Christian Watson, et cetera, et cetera. Treylon Burks, if you want to do a Treylon Burks comparison, I have some notes here. Treylon Burks, his senior year, 66 reception, 1,104 yards, 11 touchdowns. Denzel Mims in his senior year, 1,020 yards, 66, same receptions, 66 receptions, 12 touchdowns. 1 touchdown more than Treylon Burks, given Treylon Burks does play in SEC, which in my opinion is the biggest conference in college football, maybe even college sports, period, right? But you look at the Big 12. The Big 12 is not a small conference, and Baylor is not a small school. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Baylor had either 2 or 3 quarterbacks that they were rotating in on Denzel Mims' senior year, which is not good. Obviously, that means that you don't have a number 1 quarterback. Break it down even more. Quarterback room sucks. but the guy still put up some amazing numbers. So you're not looking at a fluke. You're not looking at a guy who can't play the sport. His rookie year, he showed us those flashes, like I once mentioned, the big catches, the big hands, the guy who can move once he catch the ball. I mean, you look at what he did, that amazing catch that he did in the preseason of last season. I think it was against the Giants. And like the guy just refused to go down. The guy is a stud. Do you believe? I do. I truly believe that Denzel Mims is going to have an outstanding year. Follow me, like, comment, subscribe. The entire 9 yards. Let me know what you think. Once this video is out, we'll look at it, I'll bring it back up maybe in November. And you'll be like, I called it. And so many others. But the majority, I believe, the majority have pretty much written Denzel Mims off. They're saying, oh, he's trash, blah, blah, blah. And I just don't buy it. You can't give me that one season and tell me that this guy is trash in comparison to all the other seasons. How does it work? Right? So, with that being said, subscribe, like, comment, let me know your thoughts. Do you believe that Denzel Mims truly has what it takes to be that stud receiver that we all once believed in? I believe, and you should too. Thanks for watching The Jet Show. I am your host, Mr. Show, and I will see you guys on the next video.
You know what you have to stay away from and how to communicate and set expectations for your team.
Mims on a 3rd and 18, carrying Giants to a first down.